know that you're about to spend the next hour with Miss Coco McMillan. The Coco McMillan Show is set up for you. It's for entertainers, for musicians. If you have your music or your project that's coming out and you want to promote it, make sure that you contact me. This would be an opportunity for you to promote your music. Also, for business owners, if you're doing your business and you want to share your ideas with us or you want to promote your business, you can contact us as well. Social media gurus. Listen, if you know social media, because some of us do not, why don't you come on the show and share the knowledge and the nuggets with us about social media, as well as mental and physical health. We do need experts to come on here to tell us what we need to do to stay healthy. Or if we dealing with a mental crisis, how can we get through that mental crisis? So if you want to come on the show, if you want to come on the show, please make sure that you contact me at Coco McMillan music at gmail.com. Again, that's Coco McMillan music at gmail.com. So I'm excited. Make sure you contact me because this is an opportunity for you. I created this platform for people that do not get the opportunity sometimes or don't get the exposure. So why don't you come on and join me and just share your story with us, like these two amazing ladies that I have on here today. Oh, I'm so excited. So these are my girls, Miss Tammy Woodard and Melvina Jackson. Melvin Jackson. Let me say it like that. And no, it's not my pastor. My pastor is named Melvin Jackson, but she is related to my pastor. So her name is Melvini Jackson. And let me just share just a little information about her to you. When you hear the soulful sound of South Carolina's native songwriter and singer, Melvina Jackson, you experience a journey that you might even call spiritual. From powerful ballads to pop hits, the Southern Gem is more refreshing than a cold glass of iced tea on a Sunday afternoon. She was destined to take the stage at a young age. The South Carolina based artist was born in a musically gifted family. She would watch her papa use his voice every Sunday morning and was completely mesmerized by how he would shift the energy in the sanctuary. She eventually started writing her songs and discovered that she can play the piano by ear. After writing and composing a song for members of the choir of the chorus who had lost her mom for cancer, she realized she had the ability as well to shift and evoke emotions with her voice. Her performance blew the audience away, leaving no dry eye in the room. It was then that she committed to sharing her gift to the world. She's the kind of artist that only gets better and better and better. Between the soulful sound and her sultry sounds, she's already proven that she's here to stay. She's inspired by Beyonce, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Coco McMillan. Yeah, I threw that in there. So she's inspired by all these great artists, and she's accumulated over 1.4 million views on Facebook from the video, her singing Mama's Prayer. She is a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I'm just going to let her come on and tell you more about herself. Welcome, Miss Melvini Jackson.
Hey.
You see, I kind of threw my name right on in
I
there.
saw it. I had no problem with you throwing your name in there.
Wow, thank you so much. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I want to say with COVID, things have died down, but they're kind of coming back up. So, but
Right.
other than that, I'm doing great and just so
Awesome.
honored to be here. And thank you so much for extending your platform for me to talk more about myself and my journey so far. So thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes. I'm
And
so
shout out to my
grateful.
cousin Melvin for also hooking me up with this too. So I got to shout him out.
Yes, yes. I want to say hi to Sophia. I see you on there. Hi. Sophia saying hi to you as well. What I didn't know that you and Tammy were Soros. I had no
Yes,
idea when
yes,
I booked you
ma'am.
guys for the show.
Yeah, and what's funny is I knew she looked familiar and she sent me a picture and I had taken a picture with her on Founders Day. So it's
Yes.
crazy how sometimes things can come full circle. So
Full circle. I love it. I love it. And she is phenomenal,
yes.
just like yourself. And so I'm just so excited that you're on here. Again, thanks to my pastor, Melvin Jackson. I want to say hello to Bubba, Uncle Bubba, because I know if I
Yes.
don't. Now, what's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Melvin too.
Okay, so.
Hmm. So where we're from, I think he said there are about 7 Melvin Jacksons um around my area. So, but I'm named after my dad.
Wow. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
And I know people pronounce your name wrong
yeah,
all the
all the
time.
time. They'll say Melvina, Melvini. Sometimes they'll stop it at Melvin, but it's pronounced Melvini. So,
Melvin Nee,
yes,
yes. Wow. Well, listen, tell us, like, where and when and how did you get started, pursuing your music? What even gave you the idea? Well, I read the bio and I
ma'am.
know that your dad, your papa,
Yeah.
inspired you, but, when, where, and how did you even get started?
Yeah. So, I come from a musical family, a family of singers.
Okay.
And so at the age of 5, it's ironic because I didn't know that I could sing until the age of 5. And so I was assigned to sing lead for my preschool graduation.
Okay.
And from there, that was, I guess, that moment where my parents realized, oh, she can actually sing. And
Mm-hmm.
so from there, my parents always had me singing in church. Any opportunity um, that was given, I was singing in church. But it wasn't until I was about 12 years old
Okay.
when I realized, okay, like this is what I want, to do.
Yes.
So I guess you can say it was in my DNA in a sense, like it was a given.
That's
So,
right.
but yeah, so that's, pretty much what.
Look, it runs in the family. It
Yes,
runs
ma'am.
in
It
the
definitely
family.
runs in the family. Yes, ma'am.
And I loved when you said, about your papa, how you saw how he shift. When I said that, I just got chills.
No.
How he shifted, the atmosphere, and then you had that same experience. How did that feel? How was it?
Yeah, with my papa, for those who are watching from Chester, they know him as George Bunny Guy.
Mhm.
And so I like to think that I pretty much the gift was passed down to me. And so as a little girl, I will always be in awe of just how he commanded the atmosphere and
Mm,
how he commanded the congregation. And it was pretty much the spirit leading him, but just seeing that was something that I too admired, or something I
yeah.
always wanted to do, but not force it, but genuinely. And so, you know, but that it was just something that I always admired. And even seeing my older cousins who were singers as well, and
Hmm.
how they were able to shift the room in the audience, that was just something like, dog, I can't wait till I'm that age or I have that vocal ability to do what they're doing, so
Right.
yes, ma'am.
Right. And I know that was an awesome experience because, when you sing it in the presence, of God, and you able to set that atmosphere and shift the atmosphere, I think the main thing is to make sure people feel what you're feeling, and they're getting what they need, and when they shift in that atmosphere, it's something about that,
Yeah,
it's just something that kind of overtakes you and makes you want to do more, as
right.
well as saying, you know what, I'm in the right place.
In the right place. And also just being mindful of one thing I've learned throughout this journey is that when you have a gift, at some point it's not about you anymore.
That's
I
right.
always look at it as like, okay, God gave you something special. And
That's right.
so you're using it to share some type of message, whatever that message is. And so anytime I go and perform, I always ask God to just remove me and just speak however you want it, want it to be,
Yeah,
whatever the message is, but just making sure that other people are connected, no matter what I'm singing, but
that's right.
people are able to connect in some type of form.
Wow. And you know what? Even when you're singing, and I've noticed even when you sing, like if you sing into an R&B artist, and then
Mhm.
they know that you got that anointing. I mean, they
Yeah.
can feel it. You understand?
Yes,
They can
ma'am.
feel it. So I want to ask you, like, how was it? I know that you said you worked with Paul Lawrence. It's better known that Love Come Down with Ella
Mhm.
Champagne King
Yeah.
and some other people. I think it was Nipsey.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So how was that experience?
yeah. So with Paul Lawrence, I actually met him. I was in the 10th grade.
Okay.
And so I met him in the 10th grade. And so we worked on some projects throughout the years
Hmm.
until I went to college.
Okay.
And that's kind of where the communication had became distant because I had went off to college. And from there, I actually met some girls and we formed a girl group. And
Okay.
so, yeah, I didn't put that in there, that's just extra information. But we formed a girl group and I thought we were hot. And
Yeah.
so Paul was like the only resource that I knew of who had experience within the industry. And so I hit him back up. I still had his number, told him that I was in a girl group. He heard the girl group. And
Hmm.
from there, we actually were able to put out something. And if you want to look for the song, it's by Paul Lawrence featuring Melodic, called I Still Miss You.
Okay.
And so he has an impeccable talent, great ear. And it was just an
Mhm.
honor to work with him, especially with him having he's a platinum producer. And so
Mhm.
just having the opportunity was I felt honored and I actually learned a lot
Yeah.
from him. And as far as Nipsey, the connection with that is in my bio, I mentioned that I received like 1.4 million views on a
Right.
video of me singing at my probate. And so Nipsey Hussle had followed me prior to his death, which was crazy. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
So even if somebody wants to see for proof, if you go to my Instagram and search followers, you'll still see it. But maybe
Wow.
a piece, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was also reposted by Jermaine Dupri too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. So how did that make you feel? I know you was just like overwhelmed.
I was very overwhelmed and like, dang, like they actually noticed me. But what was crazy though is that what people don't know is that during that time, I was actually going through a phase where I was questioning whether or not music was something that I wanted to do.
Mhm.
Because after graduating college, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not even where, you know, I need to be. Is
Yeah.
this even what I'm supposed to be doing? And I prayed long and hard and,
Mhm.
asking God, is this something that I'm really supposed to be doing? And in the midst
Right.
of it, that's when Jermaine Dupri had reposted the video and Nipsey Hussle. And granted, I know those are celebrities and whatnot, but that alone was just like a sign, like, okay, they saw something in you. Um, you're right where you're supposed to be. So just keep going. So,
Exactly. Exactly. And when you said that, I thought about I think what Sarah Jakes had said, like God
mhm,
will come in right at your darkest moments or
mhm,
when that moment that you want to give up or you feeling, a certain kind of way. So I'm
right.
so glad that you kept it going because this is your time and to do it. So
Mhm.
tell us about your EP. You got a new EP coming out, you got a song that's out. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I just released my new single "Way Far Gone," which is available on all digital platforms. It's "Way Far Gone" featuring Trayvon, and this record was written, produced by, I call them geniuses because they're geniuses in my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Two of my friends who are like brothers to me, Jeremiah Atkins and Amori Jones.
Okay.
And the record came about. I had drove to Atlanta with my dad, and I went into the studio. Amori was already working on the instrumentation of the track, and he had me sit
Wow.
with it and just to come up with some concepts. And when I
Mhm.
listened to the song, I was thinking, honestly, I had two concepts in my head. I was thinking about love, and then the
Uh-huh.
other concept I was thinking, my mom was watching, but I'm gonna just go ahead and admit it. I, I actually liquor had popped in my head, and so I just had like this party vibe, or like this liquor thing. Like if I saw a guy and this, that, and the
Mhm.
third, what would have been going through my head. And so um we pretty much formed the song around that. And the cool thing about working with Jeremiah and Amori is that they do an amazing job with
Mm,
wordplay, and they don't make
okay.
the music sound so explicit to the where really no one can hear
Right.
it. So that's the cool thing about this song, that it's free for your imagination.
Nation. Yes.
Way
Oh
Far
my God.
Gone featuring Trayvon. And then when we wrote the song, they had that bright idea of adding a guy to it. And so they knew a guy named Trayvon who was pretty much in the same predicament as me, an up and coming artist. And they said, "Hey, we want you to be on this song." And I definitely think he has an amazing voice, and so he really
Mhm.
complimented the song extremely
He
well.
did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. And guess what, guys? We have a clip of the video, but you got to
Yeah.
stay on and watch because we're gonna play the video a little later. But um, tell us how we can get in contact with you. We see it running on the screen, but why don't you tell the viewers how we can get in contact with you?
Yes, so you can follow me on all social media platforms. I am male with three.
Mhm.
I am underscore male with three L's on Instagram. Melvin Jackson on Facebook, and Melvin Jackson on YouTube. And definitely check out um, my new music video. Make sure you do that.
Make sure you do that, and you'll get to see a clip of it tonight. So I'm
Yeah,
so excited. I can't wait to play it there. But do you mind hanging out with me just a few more minutes backstage? And I'm
sure.
going to bring your Sarah
Yeah,
on and talk with her for a few minutes. So thank you so much for
no
that
problem.
information
Thank you.
and sharing. The story. I know that it blessed someone. I got to ask you a little later about how your mom felt about the video once it was done.
Yeah, I got some tea on there. We can.
But thank you, Melvina. So
Thank you.
hang tight backstage, and we're gonna come back to you. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Yes, that was my girl, Melvini Jackson. She has her new song out, Way Far Too Gone. You got to hear it. Make sure you stay tuned on the show because we're gonna play a snippet of it today. My next guest, Miss Tammy Woodard, an award winning multi bestseller author, transformation speaker, and ICF professional certified life coach. She's dedicated to helping others discover their gifts and reach their full potential. She received her bachelor's in computer information systems from Shaw University. Woo woo! In 1992 in cybersecurity, and her master's in cybersecurity at the University of Maryland in 2016. She is a Silver Star member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She is the co-author of best-selling collaborative books, Soul Talk, Soulful Prayer Volumes 1 and 2, Soulful Affirmations, and a 2018 recipient of the Indie Author Legacy Awards Anthology Co-Author of the Year for Soul Talk. Visionary author of her own collaborative, Beyond Her Reflection, which became an Amazon bestseller and 2018 hottest new release. Tammy is the project manager for Cheryl Poole Williamson. Shout out to her. Sales and marketing director of Cheryl Magazine. She has two sons and a granddaughter, and she lives in Fort Mills, South Carolina. Let's welcome my friend, Miss Tammy Woodard.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, hey, hey. How are you, Tammy?
I am doing great. I am doing wonderful.
Well, listen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We had Tammy was here with us for the Black Business Expo Olympia that we had. I think it was in June,
Yeah.
and we had a bunch of ladies, and we just didn't have enough time to talk. So I wanted to make sure that I brought you back, and so we can chit chat and have some fun together. Look, we saw grass, so we know how to do it.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little. I know I read the bio about some of the great works that you've done, but I want you to tell the viewers a little bit more about you and also, some of the things that you did at Shaw University.
Well, before I get started myself, I definitely want you. I am honored to be on this platform with you and my soror. I know you guys are songbirds, but I just want to tell you, I got a little bit of song in me too.
Oh, that's right. That's right, Tammy.
Yes, as you know, my bio stated, I don't really talk a lot about it, but I am an senior IT security specialist. I specialize in cybersecurity, working for a Fortune 500 company. And that's my day job, but I have many hats that I wear. As you stated in my bio, I am a partner. I partner with Cheryl Pelote Williamson, who is my mentor, who is also my Shaw University sister, as well as my
Woo,
sorority.
woo. Yes.
Give honor where honor is due. And she deserves all the honor because she has helped shape me into the woman that I am today.
Awesome.
At Shaw University, we have a lot in common. I was on the Shaw University gospel choir
Ooh.
of years. Um,
So
and
you were under Melvin Jackson as well, Pastor Jackson?
yes, well, see, when I was there, I was on the choir with, I don't even know if you remember JoJo. I know you know Glenn McMillan,
Yes.
all, Victor Davis, all of us were on the gospel choir at the same time. So
Wow.
I probably got off right before you came onto the gospel choir, but nonetheless, I got a little tune in me. I can be y'all backup singer if y'all need it.
I love it. I love it. I love it, Tammy.
So at Shaw, I was an active member of the sorority. I was the basilisk, the president of our Beta Row chapter. While I was there, I was very involved in community service, and at Shaw, I just love the overall camaraderie that we had as a family.
Yeah.
So those are
Yes.
that I did at Shaw University. Also, as you stated, I am a certified life coach. So for many, many years, I've been an unofficial certified life coach, coaching everyone. But now I decided that, okay, now it's time for me to put this really into action and make it into a business. So that's what I'm doing. I love helping people and just sharing the goodness of the Lord with whoever I can.
And I love that you said that because when you say certified, life coach, it's so many people need that in their life. You understand? So what are some of the things that I don't want you to give all the information, but what are some of the things that you may teach or that you can help someone and as being their life coach?
Well, pretty much it's life coach just can vary, but a lot of times I get people that need help. Like they're kind of like in limbo trying to figure out, okay, where should I go, as far as career is concerned, starting a business. Most of the time people already know what they want to do, and it's your job to kind of coach them along or pull those things out, or help them to strategize, to just basically figure it out and get themselves aligned with the right people, the right tools. So those are some of the things that we help our clients do. Because there are a lot of people that have a lot of gifts and talents, but just don't know how to use them. They don't know how
That's
to get started. So the main thing that I do is to help them get started, help pull those things out of them, to help them discover what their purpose is so that they can walk in it.
I love that. And you said it. A lot of people know what they want to do, but don't know how to get started. And I was in that position. I was in that position before. And I know sometimes even when people are like that, they give up. They say, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't have anyone to help me. I don't have the tools. They give up. What would you say to someone that's maybe listening today that is at on the verge of giving up?
The advice I always give people, number one, is seek God for guidance. Seek God to discover your purpose, because we can do many things that we think we should be doing, but that may not be what God is calling us to do. So I can just speak for myself, where I've kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say wasted a lot of time, because I take every instance and every experience I have as an experience, a lesson, some type of learning tool. But we can minimize that time by seeking God and asking Him what we should be doing first. And so I would say definitely seek God first, and then when He gives you the confirmation, you're going to pray about it, you're going to ask God, but you need to listen to see what He's actually telling you. And then once you figure that out, and it may take some time, but in the meantime, just keep walking in your everyday purpose. Whatever
Oh,
that you're doing, just keep walking,
yeah.
because He'll send you people. It could just be, I've had people for years to say to me, oh my God, you would make a good this, or you would make a good that. And at the time you may not be receptive to it, but after you hear it from one person or another over and over, then you got to stop and you got to think about that thing. Well, maybe, this is your gift, that I would help people a lot. And I didn't really understand back then that I was walking in my gift, until people started coming to me and saying, you don't know how you inspired me, or how you helped me when you said this. And a lot of times it's so natural that I don't even realize what I'm doing. I'm just talking, but I know it's not me. I know it's the God in me. When sometimes I would blurt out certain things, and then, people would come back to me later, say, do you remember when you said so and so? And my roommate Sophia from Shaw University is on here
Yes.
to that, because her and I will have conversations. And then when that thing come to fruition, she'll say, Tammy, you may not remember, but last year or some months ago, you said this, and it has come to pass. And
Yeah.
that's that you are definitely walking in your purpose. So I would say for someone that's struggling right now, don't give up. Just keep trusting in God. Keep asking. Listen. This is the key. You got to have a listening ear and tap into what the Holy Spirit is telling you, what your intuition is telling you, those type of things. And don't worry about whether or not people understand your walk, your vision, because your journey is not for them. So I would say just keep moving. Just keep moving. Put one foot in front of the other. Take it one step at a time.
Oh my God. Everything you said was so prophetic. I mean, when you talk about, people's dreams, their dreams and their aspirations, and and they feel like giving up, and you saying keeping God first. That is number one, and trusting in the Lord.
Yeah,
And the Bible tells us to trust in the Lord with all our heart, lean not to their own understanding,
absolutely.
but acknowledge Him, and He will direct their paths. And I think a lot of times, they get on the path, but then they lose the faith,
That's
or some distractions. Distractions is one of the main things that kind of shelter people, because they focus on that distraction, and then once that's there, it's over.
yeah,
But they can start again. That's what I
absolutely.
love about it. They can start again. And by, going to you and coming to your business, and, being a life coach, I know that you can definitely help. So I hope you guys are listening, that she can help you get to where you need to get. Because a lot of times people don't help you.
Mm-hmm.
People don't help. They just, want to get it for themselves, or don't want to share their experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had anyone, Tammy, that you worked with before, that it was kind of challenging, that like you saw the potential in them and they knew it, but it was still kind of challenging for you?
Yes, because what is, just like you said, a lot of times people don't have belief in themselves, and one thing that people have to remember: stop sharing your dreams with everybody. because people will not understand the vision that God has given you. And when you share that with someone that does not see or is not on the same path that you're on, a lot of people get discouraged. They get talked out of it because they're worrying about what the next person is going to say. So I've experienced that. I also realized that although that person may have that dream, it may not be their season to live out that dream. So it's very important not to step out into something if it's not the right time.
Timing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Timing is everything. And I think, do you remember Miss Cornwall?
Yes.
And I know we talk about that, but musically, when she talked about timing, and she was like, timing is everything, in music, in life, your walk is about timing, because like you said, it just may not be the time.
That's right.
Because we want it right then, like, put it in a microwave. We want it right now. But it's in God's timing about, everything, our journey.
Yes.
It's in his timing. So, and Sophia, she's in your corner. She said, my roomie can sing, Coco. So I don't know. I don't know, Tammy. I may have to put you on the spot tonight.
Oh.
That's what I love about Shaw U Boy, because we will push. Have you ever experienced, Tammy, I'm sure you do a lot of traveling. When you was doing travel or anywhere that you go, did you meet somebody from Shaw University and you felt like, oh, I've been knowing them for years?
Oh, absolutely. Because we're a family. All you got to do is at our university, and the love is there. We don't have to know each other. They can just say, "Oh, well, I was there in 2002." Oh, really? Well, do you remember? So you go into conversations just like it's a family member that you just met.
That's what I love it. Look, I love it. I love our motto: strive for excellence.
Why not the best?
Why not the best? So, Tammy, tell me about the books. Oh my God, you do wear many hats, but I just want to know, where did you come up with the idea for your books, volume 1, volume 2?
Well, actually, how I piggyback a little bit, I'll go back some. So I wrote my first book, which is entitled Soul Talk. Cheryl, or my soror, Cheryl Pullett Williamson, was the visionary for that book. And in that book, I told my personal story. And from that, it was almost like I got the writer's bug. So from that, based off of an experience that I had, and I talk about it in Soul Talk, which was the mirror experience, where I had to take a self-examination of myself. And that is the experience that transpired into the project, my personal project that I was a visionary author, called Beyond Her Reflection. And Beyond Her Reflection is beyond what you see in the mirror.
Oh my God.
So on the cover of that book, and I don't have a copy right in front of me, there is a mask, because we as people, not just women, we wear masks. We don't really dig deep to find out why we are the way that we are, why we carry the baggage that we carry, why we accept the things that we accept. And that book was to pretty much share the different stories of the women in that anthology. In fact, a couple of them went to Shaw University. And it was amazing because even some of their stories I never knew. I never knew the things that they had gone through or experienced, and just sharing those stories is it freed them. It freed me when I shared my story. It helped me to go back and address some things in my past. So, by sharing their stories, it just took them to a whole nother level. And so for me, at that point, it was just, I had more stories. I had more. The next one after Beyond Her Reflection was Soulful Prayers, Volume 1. And, the thing about it is, when you are doing anything for God, you're going to have all types of attacks, distractions.
Yes,
And for
yes.
me, when I made the decision to say yes, that's when they started. And so Soulful Prayers Volume 1, I was going through a period where I didn't have a job. So the title of that prayer was Jobless, but God, I trust you.
Woo! Woo, woo,
So,
woo. Yes.
and I'm going to tell you how good God is if he said, if you just continue to trust in him. During the time period when that book came out, we had our book launch. We were in Dallas, Texas. I got a call for a job. The job that I'm working on now, which was a full-time permanent position. And I actually walked that prayer out, but I had to trust him. So you got to read that prayer to know what I said in that prayer to get the blessing that I got.
Yes.
And so from Soulful Prayers Volume 2, and these projects, these were Cheryl's, where she's the visionary author on. Soulful Prayers Volume 2, another attack came on my son. In that book, that prayer was about protect our sons like Moses.
Yes.
And when I tell you he did just that,
Mm.
prayer was being walked out during the time period that that book was coming out.
Oh my God.
And so after that, then came Soulful Affirmations. Because guess what? You got to speak what you see.
I love it. Look at that.
This book, 365 days of affirmations, where you're speaking life into yourself, and not only into yourself, those that are reading the book. A lot of times, people don't know what to say. They get up in the morning, if they have a headache, they automatically say it's going to be a bad day. If you stub your toe, you always you thinking, oh my God, this day is going to be bad already. Because no, you got to speak life into yourself.
That's
over
right.
over your family, no matter what it looks like. Because I'm telling you, I've had to do that for all my life, pretty much.
Oh my God. I'm just so like overwhelmed. I like want to get the book right now, just start reading it because you said everything that you've said, Tammy. I've experienced it, not about the son, but about the job and knowing every day if someone had the information or the book right in front of them and can go through it every day and speak life, to themselves. That is so amazing. I have someone that's asking, how can they get the books? How many books have you written? And viewers want to purchase. They just, but they want to know, how can they get the book? How can they get the book, Tammy?
So they can go to my website, which is www.woodard, my name, WOODARD, worldwidevisions.com. And when you go on there, you're just going to click on the shop and you'll see the list of all the books and you can make your purchase. I have written 5 books, one of which I was the visionary author on, and the other ones I was co-authors in a collaboration with Cheryl Pullout Williamson.
Wow, that is so amazing. And one of my students' mother, I don't know her last name, but her name is Marsha. When she saw that you was going to be on the show, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm affiliated with." I think she has her book as well. So you guys may be in the same circle.
What's her last name?
See, I'll get it for you in just a second. But I just call her Marsha. But when she told me that, she was like, "I know Tammy, I know Cheryl." So I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is. Yes.
It's a small world, but this is so great because I know I cannot wait to get the book and start reading because, we need that in our lives. And what you said earlier about wearing the mask, sometimes when I was wearing the mask, or sometimes when I do wear the mask, I am so upset at myself because I feel like I can't be myself. So I got to put on my mask or put on this facade just to please other people or because of based on what they want. But at the end of the day, that's not good for me.
No, it's not.
It's not good. So I'm so glad that you said it. And I'm sure that this book will help so many people out there. Tell us again, like, how can they contact you on Facebook? or Instagram?
Okay, on Facebook, I'm under name, which is Tammy Woodard. On Instagram, I'm under Tammy Teaches. Twitter is the same thing. I very rarely tweet. However, I am on there. You can reach me there. You can also reach me at on my website for coaching consultations. It's www.woodardworldwidevisions.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm bringing um Melvina. I think she's back on. She may have stepped away for a second. There she is. There she is. So listen. Oh wow. So I'm just so like overwhelmed right now with the information that Tammy has shared. It's so much needed. Especially with women, we go through so much, and a lot of times we don't have nobody to talk to or trust. I think that's the main thing about that. How do you ladies feel about, and I'll start with you, Tammy, trust?
I try to keep the people around me that I know have my best interest at heart. So I'm very select. I have a lot of friends, and you'll see, from Facebook posts, I have a lot of people that are around me. However, there is a small circle of people that I consider my confidants that I can share whatever with, and they won't judge me. But I've gotten to the place where I do understand, and I've always said this, and my sister laughs when I say this: if you don't pay my bills, then why should I worry about what you think? So for me, it's like keeping your circle small, and, people that are going in the same direction that you're going in. It's very important. People that's going to believe in you, and that they're genuine. That they're your cheerleaders, and there is no envy or jealousy there.
You said the main envy or jealousy.
Yes.
That's so. Melvini, have you experienced any envy or jealousy towards you with your music or just your looks or whatever? Have you experienced that?
You know what's crazy is, to my knowledge, no. And if there is some type of envy or jealousy, they might be covering themselves behind what do they call it? Sheep's clothing, or whatever the phrase is. So I haven't honestly experienced, to my knowledge, of anyone being envious or jealous. But same thing with what Tammy said, is that for me, I always try to surround myself with people who have stuff going on for themselves. That way they're not so busy worrying about what I'm doing. And they have their own thing going on as well. And so I think that's another key thing, when we talk about trust alone as well. Yeah. So I keep my circle extremely small. I'm a child of five. It's five of us in total, 5 children, 5 siblings. And so that's all I really need technically. And, my parents and my aunts and uncles. So that's my small circle right there. So.
Yes, and it's so important to have, like you say, just a few people there, that corner that's got your back, and there's no envy or no jealousy that's going on. But what I wanted to ask you, ladies, and this is kind of like off the wall here.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Melvin.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say hi to Uncle Bubba. He came on again. Uncle Bubba, I said, we love you, Uncle Bubba.
Yes.
We love you, Uncle Bubba. But let me ask you, Melvin, Coco, tell Melvin that's Trey's auntie.
He wants you to know that Trey is my nephew. That's what.
Oh, wow. It's a small world.
Wait a minute, Trayvon?
Trey is Bubba's son. Is my nephew. I know Coco. Offline.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. This is interesting. Small world. Small world. Okay, so Melviny, what is something that a hobby or something that you do that nobody knows about you?
Ooh, that's a good one. What's a hobby?
A talent, a hobby, something that you do that nobody would ever guess. Like, wow, she do
There might be something I'm not thinking of it. Some things that people probably don't know is that I know how to sew just a little bit. I can get by. My grandma taught me that. And
that.
also, I'm pretty good at editing videos. That's another thing as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there
Wow.
anything? That's a good one. That's a really good question. But
Let me make note.
that's the only thing I could think of.
Let me make note of that.
It,
That
it
you
might,
edit
it might,
videos.
something might come to, in my mind, like, dang, I could have said that. But as of right now, those are the only two things that I could think of.
That's good, but you that editing video, you better make that part of your business. Tammy, what about you? What is something that a talent or a gift that you have that no one knows?
I say no one knows, but I would say very few people. Like I said, I do sing a little bit. I my secret passion is photography. Might be I
Ooh.
always take 1,000 pictures. Anybody, my kids are just sick of me taking pictures all the time. If you ever look at my Facebook page and I'm taking pictures with them, watch their face.
Well, listen. Somebody told me that you can cook.
I can cook, but I don't think that's really a secret. So,
Great.
I would say the one thing that a lot of people probably don't know because they see such serious side of me that I can be a jokester. Like Sophie probably can attest to it. She'll say, I can't even talk to you today. I couldn't talk to you today because I know you were going to have me laughing. So that's the one thing that a lot of people probably don't know because they always see that serious side of me. But yeah, I can really have your stomach hurt.
Listen, I know between you and Pastor Jackson, I know if you know Pastor Jackson, I know that you an underlying comedian.
Yes.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, we have a few more minutes, but I have a note in here saying, I think you ladies have a new fan. Did y'all see this? We
No.
know dogs have sensitive hearing, and my neighbor's dog have been howling the whole time you ladies have been on. They must love it. They want to be on. You got to love it. I tell you, I love this. And what I love about the connection, when I was talking about, I think I posted what we all have in common. I would say sisterhood. Sisterhood because of the Shaw University, sisterhood because of, Pastor Jackson, making a connection, and sisterhood because we believe, first of all, in God. And share the knowledge and the knowledge, the nuggets, everything. I think that we all have that in common because we're out to help people. I know, Tammy, when I said earlier, you are a life coach. That says a lot right there, helping people. I set up this platform, to help others, to showcase their talent. Melody, we already know music is an instrument. Every time you open your mouth, you are inspiring someone. So I want to know, and it's just I'm gonna give you a few minutes to think about it while I'm gonna have Mark to go ahead and cue up that video of your new single. But I want you to think about if you had one word, well, actually two words. Let's do two words today. Two words to describe you. Yourself, two words to describe yourself, what would it be? And while you're thinking, I'm gonna have Mark to go ahead and cue up the video for us for the new single. So let's start with Tammy. Two words.
I would say ambitious
Mm.
and I would say resilient.
Yes, yes. And what about you, Melviny?
The first thing for me would be faithful.
Mm.
Um, and what I mean by faithful, one thing about me is that no matter what path I take, I always try to include God in it. And
Yes.
so that will be something that I hold dear and near to my heart, is being faithful to God and making sure that He again leads me in the path that He feels is best, for me. And the second word, I guess you would say a go-getter. Um, sometimes I am scared a little bit, but for the most part, my heart is in the right place of actually going out and setting out what I want. So I definitely would say a go-getter.
A go getter. All right. Yes. And so while you go getting, why don't you go ahead and set this video up for us and tell us the name of the song and who is featuring?
Yes, everybody. So again, my name is Melviny. I'm a singer-songwriter from Chester, South Carolina. This is my new single, Way Far Gone, featuring Trayvon. You can find my single on all digital platforms, on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere you will find it, and also on YouTube. So make sure you watch it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Hey, here we go.
Wait a minute, might have had too much. Let me slower, slower. I'm way past my limit. Feeling myself, I need to hold up. So hold up. We started dancing when I caught you glancing. You took my hand and we fell into romancing. Lost in the moment, but we got what we wanted. Stepped in my mind and taken over my conscience. And I know this ain't how you start, but we way far gone. We ain't come this far just to hold down, so I'm ready to go. If you with it, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up. Oh, this is where we are. We are where we are, and I'm ready to go. If you with it, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up, pull up, baby. Pull up,
yeah. Double down on the dancing, double shots of romancing. Never thought that we'd get this far. Used to taking off, now we're landing. Is it the heat I'm feeling, or am I just feeling the way? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, girl, you whine. Get it, baby, don't you slow up. Pin me behind it. No hands, baby, oh shit, hold up. You gon' make me change the speed of this ride. Don't think you're leaving without me tonight. And I know that this ain't how we start, but we wait for gone.
we ain't come this far just to hold down, so I'm ready to go. If you with it, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up. Oh, this is where we are. We are where we are, and I'm ready to go. If you with it, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up, pull up, baby. Pull up, pull up.
Wow. Listen, all you needed was a microphone. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Love it.
Thank
Great
you. It's
job. Love the
definitely,
vocals.
I call it the song of the summer. So it's
Right.
definitely a bop, a summer bop.
A
So,
summer bop. Yes,
yep.
absolutely. The vocals are amazing
Thank
too.
you so
Oh my
much.
God. I'm so proud of you,
Thank
Tammy.
you.
And that's Trey.
That's Trayvon, but that's not the
That's not
Trey.
her. Okay,
That's
the
not
other
Uncle
Trey.
Bubba.
Okay, okay, the other Trey. Okay,
Yeah,
all these Trey Bonds,
yeah,
Trey, Melvin. It's just so much.
yeah.
But ladies, you have been so phenomenal on the show. Any last words that you would like to say to the viewers, to the fans? Any shout outs? We'll start with Miss Tammy.
Yes. First, Melanie, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
My home girl, we're from the same hometown. You know, you might as well say we're family, we're sorority sisters. I am so excited to see where God is going to take you. And I want you to know, hey, your big sister is here. You can always call on me at any time. If you really need a backup singer, don't hesitate. I'm ready. I'm ready. But I just want you to know that I am so proud of you. I am so happy for you. And you definitely have a sister in your corner. To those out there, don't give up. Whatever it is that God has put on your heart or in your mind or in your dreams, I don't care how old you are, don't give up. You still can do it as long as you're living and you're breathing and you open your eyes in the morning. Just trust in God, put one foot in front of the other, and you can do it. Do it and do it afraid.
And Melvin.
Yeah, again, I just want to thank you, Coco, for inviting me on the show, to my cousin Melvin, and to Sora Tammy. It was an honor and privilege to be back on this platform with you and just to be with you again. And same thing with you. As a young 25-year-old who's still trying to figure things out, anyone that's watching it, continues to push towards your dreams, and just continue to allow God into your plans to help you to figure out what it is that you were put on this earth to do. Again, I just want to personally thank Jeremiah Atkins and Amori Jones and Trayvon for just helping with this record. Way far gone. And thank you so much to everyone who has been helping to push it. And thank you to those who have shared it, liked it, comment, or whatever, shared it, whomever. I appreciate it. So again, thank you, Ms. Coco, for allowing me to be on this platform.
You are certainly welcome. 25. Tammy, do you remember when we were 25?
Girl, I don't even want. Yes, I do remember. You are a baby.
Yeah.
I have a 26-year-old, so you're my baby. You're my baby.
Well, at least I know I'm still considered young.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are. And congratulations to you. You just have an amazing journey. You don't even know what's ahead of you. So don't stop. Keep pushing and continue to keep God first for both of you ladies. Thank you so much. You don't understand how you inspired so many people today. And I know the comments are probably like off the chain because what you were saying was so good. It was good to me. Someone said, beautiful song, love it, great job, ladies, love all the information, and thank you for being a part of my show. So hopefully, sometime soon, you can come back on the show. Listen, Melody, when you start making them millions, don't forget about me.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't forget about us.
I just hope those millions come in quick now. Just come on.
But I cannot get off here without saying thank you to Reverend Melvin Jackson.
Woo, woo.
Because if it was not for him, I would not have been at Shaw University because I had never heard of Shaw University. So I just have to give a shout out to him. And I cannot get off without giving a shout out to my mentor, Cheryl Pelote Williamson, and all of those that support me. I love you guys.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We have had an exciting show. Thanks for everyone joining. Thank you to the technical director backstage, Mark Lee, to Kimberly Thompson. They worked so hard behind the scenes. Dr. Eric Kelly, thank you for the opportunity and the platform. We want to leave you today with this: trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he will direct your paths. God bless you, and I will see you on next week. Be blessed.